Hi there, I'm Courtney Hill, Principal Designer and owner of Coco Hill Design Studio. And today I'm excited to share with you our sky-themed nursery that we call Lovely Day. So when we found out we were pregnant with Robbie, our first, I was super excited to decorate the nursery. I took to Pinterest and tried to find different inspirations to make sure that the nursery was everything that we wanted it to be. So first, I wanted to make sure that the space was light and airy and open. Number two, we wanted to make sure that it was gender neutral because we knew we wanted to have more kids. So we wanted to make sure that they could grow into the space. And number three, we wanted to feel magical, just to inspire our kids to create and to grow. That was really important to me as we designed the room. So once we decided that we wanted to have a sky theme, I took to PowerPoint and I created the beautiful mural that you see behind us. We hired this muralist who actually brought it to life. I love the fact that she used bright colors and different textures to make it feel very airy and very light, a room that you want to spend all your day in. Without further ado, welcome to Lovely Day. So this is what the nursery looked like when we brought baby number one, Robbie, home. And he had a whole 12 months to enjoy the space before we found out we were pregnant with baby number two, Sterling. We were able to keep the crib and we added a house bed for Robbie so he could feel like a big boy as he was becoming a big brother. The key was to make sure that the space felt like it was meant for two children. We started off with the foundational items. We bought these acrylic bookshelves and acrylic frames. I love the acrylic frames because they have a touch of gold, which keeps them modern and chic, and you can change out the pictures as the kids grow. We also purchased these acrylic bookshelves. I think it's so important for every nursery to have a library. It keeps reading top of mind and hopefully it will encourage the kiddos to develop a love for reading over time. So in our nursery, we lowered the bookshelves and have a shelf closer to the floor so the kiddos can go ahead and pick whatever book they want during story time. I love the fact that they're clear because it allows you to see the entire book, but it also allows you another surface where you can put picture frames and additional accents that tie into the room. We also purchased this ottoman, which I love. We use it all day, every day. The kiddos use it to get dressed in the morning. I use it to lotion the kids up in the night and put on their pajamas. The kiddos use it as something to jump off of as part of their obstacle course. It's great because it's light and easy to move around the room for whatever you need, and also I can move it out of the room if we need the space. In addition to that, we bought this small little side table, which is perfect because it's the perfect height for your humidifier if the kiddos aren't feeling well, if they need a cup of water. You can also move it off to the side. We use it for our hatch and also for our light machine. And again, I can move it out of the room whenever I need to, so it's perfect. In all nurseries, I try to do some type of mirror. Here we did a full-length mirror, which is great, so the kiddos can build a sense of self and see themselves in the morning getting dressed. We also use it during costume time, so they can see themselves becoming superheroes and gain confidence. I just think it's very good to have something where they can see themselves and build themselves every day. Next, let's talk about mommy must-haves. My number one is the Diaper Genie. There's several pails out there, but I like the Diaper Genie because it has a deodorizer at the top to keep away some of those nasty scents that you will encounter as you change diapers. Over the years, we've had several opportunities to try out different baby monitors. For me, I love the iBaby monitor. It's great because I can scan the room between each child to make sure that everybody is safe and sound. Number two, I can listen in, so when everybody starts waking up, I can start hearing them. But most importantly, when the kiddos think that I don't know that they're not napping, I can let them know that I see them and that it's time to get back in bed because nap time is not over. The next mommy must-have is the Hatch sound machine. I love it because when it's time to go for bed, instead of repeating myself over and over and getting objections, I just turn on the machine and the kids know that it's time to wrap it up and it's time to get ready for bed. My last mommy must-have item are these amazing disposable diaper changing pads. I love them because sometimes the load is a little heavy, and instead of getting everyone messy, you just use one of these, put all the additional remnants in, keep you clean, keep the baby clean, keep your furniture clean. All in all, it's a win. Now let's talk about safety. So when I came into the room, I realized that my blinds still were those pull-up blinds that you pull all the way up and then you have this cord hanging down. That is a huge no-no for kids. I went online and I got one of these. You just roll it up and then the cords are out of reach of the kiddos. Another safety item that every mommy worries about are the outlets. What we did was we started out with those little safety covers, the little plug-in ones, which worked great for baby 1, but baby 2 was a little bit more rambunctious. He decided that he wanted to pull them out, so they weren't gonna work. What we ended up doing is getting this cover for the outlets that had a power cord, which 1 gave us more outlets, which you always need in a nursery, but 2, it covered the outlet so there's no getting to it with the little fingers. So once you have your mommy must-have items and your safety items, it's time to move on to the themed items, the fun items. We started out with this star floor pillow. We use it on the back of Robbie's bed when we make the bed, but the kiddos can pull it off the bed and play on the floor if they want to read, if they want to add it to their obstacle course, they are good to go. Next, we have this beanbag cover for a beanbag chair that we use to put our stuffed animals in. It's great because the stuffed animals are out of the way and camouflaged until the kiddos actually want to play with them. So next we have this cove as you enter into the bedroom. We added astronauts climbing the walls, and we added stars to the ceiling and a sign that says, "We love you to the moon and back." We close the doors and the kids can actually feel like they're in outer space. And last but not least comes our touches of magic. For a lovely day, what we did was add a string of stars to Robbie's bed just to give it touches of light. They go white, but they also go different colors, so whatever mood the kiddos are in. We also got these ceiling mounted balloons, which add the perfect touch of magic. They turn on and off. Instead of hiring an electrician, I was able to find these light bulbs called magic light bulbs, which are perfect because you don't have to have anybody come and install them. You just put it in the socket, touch it, and they turn on. You also have a remote that allows you to change the lights, make them dim, make them brighter. It's a perfect touch and an easy touch at that. Well, that's a wrap for Lovely Day. Thank you for spending time with us. I hope you found this to be helpful and possibly some tips and tricks that can help you in your space. Make sure to follow us at Coco Hill Design Studio for all of your space planning needs.